Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of So Recently. I'm Miranda, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Matt.
Hello.
And today we got a kind of special episode, I would say, because we had to talk about whether or not we think it's a hobby.
Yeah.
And that is specifically YouTube and watching YouTube. Matt, you brought this topic up. What do you want to start with?
Yeah, so I watch a ton of YouTube, but so it is obviously not really a hobby in the traditional sense since it's like a product specifically, but I watch a lot of YouTube and I feel like growing up it was something I've kind of done since 2000, I think 6 is when YouTube started, 2005, 2006.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I was there at the beginning and have watched YouTube since.
Oh, man.
And so I feel like I've seen a lot of YouTube. I don't want to know how much time I've spent on YouTube.
No.
But I thought it'd be fun to talk about because it is like a hobby that I would say I actively do daily. If like watching TV and movies is a hobby, this is 100% a hobby for me. And I probably watch way more YouTube than I watch movies or TV as well.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that because I watch YouTube probably daily, maybe not so much on the weekends, but I mean, yeah, it's almost every day on my lunch break or something. I don't think about putting on Netflix. I think, oh, let's scroll through the YouTube and see what they want to recommend me.
Yeah, there's I think something about YouTube is there's not a huge commitment typically. So if you're just looking for something to throw on to fill 20 minutes, you can find a video that's however long, and if it's 40 minutes, you watch 20 minutes and you pause it and you don't think about it ever again. Like there's something really weird about YouTube in that way where like you don't really have to finish things. And when I'm watching a movie or television, it feels like a bigger commitment. It feels like I'm sitting down, I'm watching this, I'm here for the experience. And I mean, that says something about, I guess, the types of content on YouTube, but I also think like overall, like there's a lot of YouTube I really like too.
Yeah. So it's not just all throwaway, like I have spare time and I want to be entertained for these 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's also like actively looking for either specific channels or videos about certain topics that you're interested in or whatever it may be. Something to entertain you or to possibly teach you something.
Yeah. And I'm like into quite a few different types of YouTube channels, I would think. It's pretty diverse, and they've switched a lot throughout the years, so I think that was something we wanted to talk about a little bit.
Yes, so when you brought up like 2006 to 2005, whatever happened, I was like, oh my god, you know what the first thing I thought of was sitting in the elementary school cafeteria and watching Fred.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot.
Dude,
I like fortunately forgot about Fred, which is
I did too until you said that, and then I was like,
yeah, I was thinking
vivid
about
memory of sitting there.
I was thinking about the big YouTubers, and Fred wasn't even one that came to mind, and that's crazy because I remember for a bit it was like far and away Fred was like the person on YouTube, which is, I mean, I say that it wasn't for a long time, but it felt like a long time in the time that Fred was popular.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, right?
Yeah, so I looked it up. It's 2005, which, you know, maybe a more experienced podcast host would have looked up when YouTube started ahead of this podcast, but we can do it on the fly here. So yeah, 2005, and I think like I was there pretty early on watching videos. I feel like everybody who watched YouTube at the time started with like Smosh.
Yep.
And so watched a lot of Smosh back in the day.
A lot of Smosh.
There were, I mean, other channels as well, but I feel like at the time it was like Smosh and then just other random videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like channels specifically because I just knew like, oh, type in Smosh and this. Like I didn't have the concept that I could subscribe to such things. Like it didn't cross my mind to. I just would search it. And so like I didn't subscribe to anybody for years. I think I was in junior high when I first subscribed to somebody and was like, oh dang.
See, that's crazy. That's the complete opposite of how I operated on YouTube. So like the other one I was thinking of like Ryan Higa.
That's who it was. I couldn't think of
Ryan Higa.
He was my favorite.
Yeah,
I loved his
He was
videos.
awesome when he used to do a lot of videos. I think he kind of fell out of it eventually, but
I think he streams on Twitch though.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I had a YouTube channel probably in 2006, like a full login with subscriptions, and back in the day, the kids I hang out with, Ryan, my friend Ryan and I were into like MapleStory and RuneScape. That was big at the elementary school. I know we both started at the same elementary school, and then I moved slightly across the city, so I was in a different one than you were.
Yeah, how dare you?
But we didn't know each other at that time anyway, so
no, we didn't.
So it like didn't affect us at all. But I would say that like when I was at this other one, like everybody there was really into RuneScape and MapleStory, and so when I was like, I don't know, 11, there was a website called Band Story, and it was all the assets from MapleStory, and you could make like little animated videos, and then I would record it with unregistered Hypercam 2 and edit it in Windows Movie Maker, and write like a little story and then animate little fights and stuff. It's really time consuming, and I wasn't very good at it, but I feel like I put in the effort, which I am proud of.
Hey, you know what? That's pretty impressive for a small child to be doing it as well. Because, I mean, I don't know about when you were younger, but now it doesn't seem like you're the type to want to spend that much time to make a video.
No.
Especially like an animated one. So what about it as a young kid made you go, yeah, I want to spend all my time doing this?
There was a lot of really cool YouTubers at the time who were doing it, and if you were big into MapleStory, I felt like there was a lot of people who were like, well, I play MapleStory and I watch MapleStory videos. And so there was like Sprite Fan 2, and then there was like Dre86 and Deity Zeeks. I'm pulling out some deep YouTube cuts. So these are, I mean, these are all legitimate YouTubers at one point or another, and they'd all do MapleStory animations. And so I watched a ton of that. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then when I wanted to, I don't know, it was just interesting to see how they did it, I guess. And I also, a big part of this is MapleStory didn't run on my family's computer. So it just like literally wouldn't operate on my parents' computer. So there was like the only way I engaged with MapleStory when I was at home, which was animating these. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of fun, and I feel like I could have taken a lot from it and gone more into like that style of video creation, and I just never did.
Animation? Yeah,
I just never did, but it was cool. Like I put in the effort to like try and make the frames work properly, and it's essentially like stop motion, like the way I recorded it, which was a total pain.
Yes, it takes so much time, but that's cool. It's so cool that like intrigued you enough to, as a small child, want to be like, yeah, I'm going to do that too, even if it is difficult and time consuming. It's like, it's fun.
It was fun, yeah. So I feel like I was in that era of YouTube, and then, I mean, now I watch like way different stuff, but I feel like there's been a lot of different things in between, you know? So Rooster Teeth, I wrote down a few, like Rooster Teeth was like kind of the big one in between then and now that I would say like Rooster Teeth kind of became a big part of like my personality, unfortunately.
But the good parts.
Yeah, like as like a middle school kid and like high school kid, like I watched a ton of that.
Yeah.
And you watch it later.
I did.
And then we both have fallen off of Rooster Teeth since, but
I definitely. I fell off a while ago, like before 2020.
Before it all kind of imploded a little bit. Yeah. And I was out before then, I think, even. But yeah, I mean, Rooster Teeth was a ton of fun. I feel like a lot of what I like about YouTube is that you can obviously engage with the creators a little bit more, and now they even have that like with like things like Twitch and watching live streamers. But I don't know, like something about just being like a very short distance away from the celebrity of the YouTuber is very different than like watching television and movies where it's, you know, ultra produced and super high budget.
Oh yeah, like you can have like YouTubers have like, you know, oh yeah, watch my premiere of this video, that, you know, and they could be in the comments and like talk back to people and like respond back, I should say, and, you know, engage with their community. And that's what I like about like a lot of YouTubers, you know, I would say successful YouTubers engage with their community, at least from what I've seen. And then there's some that engage in a way that's hilarious, and it's kind of like, you know, bashing their fan audience, and it's like, all right, you guys are idiots for following me.
Yeah, I watch, I would say a lot of the YouTubers I watch now are a lot smaller, but I do have some bigger YouTube. I mean, I say that's not necessarily true, but a lot of them are like not the biggest YouTubers anymore, which I think like the biggest YouTubers are like Mr. Beast now, and that's just the type of content that I don't watch.
I mean, do I dare step on his name and say that I don't understand why people like him?
Yeah, he's
I don't get
a different type of content for a different type of viewer. And that's okay.
Yeah, if
you like his stuff, that's okay.
I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand the popularity of it, but like, hey, good for him. He figured it out. But
I mean, he figured it out. Yeah, stuff's crazy. I don't understand how he gets so many views, but it's good for him. So I watch a lot more, I think now, like 20 to 30 minute length videos.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the content I'm watching is either a deeper dive on a topic, or there's like cooking videos. And there's podcasts.
Oh yeah, you're a big YouTube podcast guy.
I am. I love watching podcasts and not listening. I like sitting down and even like having a nice beverage and watching a podcast and just chilling out.
Okay.
That's like, I don't know, like I feel like if I were to sit down, watch TV and like have a beer, it's a very different experience than just like a very low stakes conversation that I can fall in and out of as my attention shifts. And I don't know, that's just like the best part about YouTube, is it just feels very easy to consume, which sounds again bad, but it is good. Like I like it. There's a lot of bad stuff on YouTube, so like that stuff.
Well,
yeah,
yes,
avoid that.
but I would also say there's
the good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. Yeah.
Do you have any favorite YouTubers that you watch right now?
Recently I've been into Make with Miles.
Okay.
His description says just a dude who likes to make stuff with his hands for his hands. And he's like a woodworker, and he's made some really awesome like furniture. Like 3 weeks ago he built a bed that wakes him up, and it's like he made a bed that like lights turn on in the headboard.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
Yeah, yep. He's really, and like his videos are just super fun to watch because like they're well edited and like just well crafted. So I like his stuff. And also another one, Tyler Bell.
Okay.
He builds stuff to test. I build stuff to test movie special effects.
Okay.
So like he's done like how Hollywood shot actors with arrows before CGI, and he builds like contraptions and what was his most recent one? How Hollywood drags actors on roads. And like it's like that scene in Transformers where they're sliding underneath Megatron and shooting him with like a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
He was trying to recreate that.
Oh, cool.
So he welds things together, and he like builds these contraptions, and then he tests out in these like film scenarios like, all right, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That one's pretty fun too. I would say those two are the ones that are the newest ones.
See, and I feel like that's like a good indicator of like what type of YouTube I watch too, because it's different, but it's like based on the hobbies you're into.
Yeah.
So like you got, as we've talked about in the podcast, really into resin making, and you do a lot of filmmaking too. And so like just having an understanding of that, I think makes that content a little bit more fun for you.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the content I watch like is a lot of like cooking stuff. So we both love Brian Lagerstrom. Shout outs to Brian. He's like the most
shout out to Brian.
Like probably the most useful follow I have on YouTube, because he has really good recipes.
100%.
And like Kenji Lopez and stuff. Like I love all of his stuff and just like that type of YouTube. But then like I'm into a lot of like board game stuff. So I have like Shut Up and Sit Down. And there's one that's really niche. It's called D20 Woodworking. And it's just a dude who plays one game that I play. One board game that I play. And like that's like the majority of his content. And I just like tune in and out here and there, because he talks about, what he thinks about the game and like, different things to consider. And again, very nerdy in the weeds things, but I do think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I like that part about YouTube, that it's like, okay, well, like today I'm really interested in this, so I can focus in on this, and then I can just not listen to this stuff for 10 years, and then I can come back to it later.
Oh yeah, that's what I really like about YouTube, is there's stuff like, I want to specifically search like, has anyone done this really cool thing, or whatever topic I can think of. Or I just go to like another channel and that I know is going to be, something I just put in the background. Like I do like Abroad in Japan.
Yep.
I'll put it on his videos and just, kind of sit in the background. Or like Eddie Burbank.
I love Eddie. Yep.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I love Eddie. And I've recently discovered another kind of like, I would say similar, like they do kind of like video essay kind of videos.
Who?
Curtis Connor.
Oh, I've I've actually seen Curtis Connor's stand-up
Have
live
you really?
in person. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. He was in Minneapolis a while back.
Him.
Yeah.
I just stumbled upon him. Like, YouTube recommended him to me like last week, and now I've been watching like
Curtis.
almost nothing but him.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Yeah. I have no idea how we haven't talked about this, but yeah, no, me and Molly saw Curtis Connor with our friends Brett and Hannah because they're big fans, and so he was in town, and so we went and saw his stand-up. He's pretty funny. Yeah. It's like,
his videos are funny, so I'm like, dang.
Just side tangent on Curtis Connor, much funnier than you'd expect for a YouTube stand-up comic.
Really?
Like,
okay.
He clearly has done it longer than he's done YouTube because he was like very comfortable on stage and very funny.
Okay, that makes me feel happy because his videos make me like his jokes in the videos are funny, but like you can easily edit around and make them funny.
Yeah.
So that's awesome that he's actually funny.
And I think that's another fun thing about YouTube is like the fact that like I know a lot of the stuff you watch, and then there's stuff that like neither of us talk about that we watch, but then it turns out we both watch.
But we both watch, yeah.
Yeah, like Curtis Connor, like I had no idea, but like I know you and I both watch, or at least have watched, Kind of Funny Games and Kind of Funny, and I love their stuff, and they're probably my favorite channel on YouTube, which is like more like gaming content and stuff, and I probably listen to more Kind of Funny Games content than I play video games, which is ridiculous, right? Because it's like a lot of what I'm just listening to is the banter, and I think that's like the other interesting part about YouTube is it's just so unscripted and so chill in a lot of cases that that's why I connect with it. But as I was trying to restart my internet, something that actually came up and I was thinking about is I used to have so many internet issues when I wanted to watch YouTube as a kid because my parents had dial-up, which is just, like a bummer. But we used to have dial-up, and the internet was so slow, Miranda, that if I wanted to watch like a 3-minute YouTube video, I had to start loading the video and then hit play and then pause it and let it kind of buffer and load for like 15 minutes to watch a 3-minute video.
Insane.
And I still watched a lot of YouTube. so it's just like one of those things where like I feel like YouTube was an interesting topic because I have always just done so much YouTube, no matter with like what other hobbies I'm taking part in or what other interests I have. I've always watched a ton of YouTube, and I feel like that won't go away. Like I feel like I'm just always going to be someone who watches a ton of YouTube. Yeah,
I can see that. And also, I mean, now with like all the hobbies that I am into and interests, I go to YouTube specifically to search like specific things I'm interested in, like resin and woodworking and filmmaking. Like and then I stumble onto channels, whether they're big or small, and it really like the person makes me want to stay and like watch more, like you know. So yeah, I don't think it's going away anywhere anytime soon. I think it is my favorite search engine. It's just it's entertainment, it's education, it's just like, hey, put it in the background. Get those lo-fi music videos with like the cozy Hobbiton background. Have that on when I'm cleaning, stuff like that. It's everything you could ever want to search for is on YouTube. And I think that's what's so great about it.
It is the one product that I have paid for. I pay for YouTube Premium.
You have to when you watch as much as we do.
Yep. And it's like the one subscription service that I think is like, it's not fundamental, like you don't need it to watch YouTube, but I think, unfortunately, because YouTube is a Google product, there are billions of ads on YouTube.
There's so many ads.
And if you want to watch any YouTube regularly, which like you don't need to watch YouTube, but like it's just a fun thing to do, and I feel like there's so much to explore on the website.
Right. Can I just say, James does not have YouTube Premium, so when he pulls up YouTube on his account, I'm always like, dude, what is this? There's an ad in the middle of the video. Get this out of here. And I'm like, use my account. I'm signed into your stuff. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's actually, I just don't understand it. I've had people like show me their phone with like, hey, watch this YouTube video, and then you have to like sit through a Chili's ad. It's like,
yeah, I'm like, what is this?
This video is 2 minutes long. Like I don't want to sit through a 30-second ad. That's insane.
You've lost me. So yeah, no, it's absolutely worth it I think for me and you, we watch so much YouTube anyways. I think it's worth it. And I like that, with YouTube Premium, we could also like, be in the car with like, downloaded videos or podcasts. Isn't that like part of the
and like play them
thing?
in the background?
Yeah, like I like that too.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just trying to sell off, YouTube Premium.
Sell YouTube.
It's not. Yeah, it's not worth. It's not.
I hate the
needed.
fact that I have to pay for it. To be clear, like I don't want to give them any money, but unfortunately, I watch a lot of content on YouTube, and it's like the only way to make it semi user friendly. So really, it's an indictment on how bad the product is without any sort of ad mitigation. So,
absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, I know this is like a briefer topic in general, since it is just a thing that we watch a lot of, and there's just like tons of creators.
So many.
Is there anybody that you watch and you want to highlight? You've mentioned a few.
I think those are the smallest ones I watch, so no, I don't need
Curtis?
Well, no, like Miles Makes and Tyler, like like they're less than 1 million subscribers, so I think everyone else I watch is 1 million plus. Like I still occasionally will watch Markiplier, who has like 38 million or something.
Yeah, he's big.
So I shout out to Markiplier. He's doing his best out there in a world full of Mr. Beasts. So he's doing the hard work.
He's still doing the thing. Yeah, no, there's quite a few different ones I watch. There's a few that I really would recommend. I Did a Thing.
Oh.
Have you seen him?
I have.
He's an Australian guy who makes almost like kind of like Death Trap type stuff, like really for him to use, but all sorts of weird contraptions and things. I really enjoy watching James Hoffman for coffee related content.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, if you drink any coffee like I do, which is almost a hobby, is when you do it as much as I do, or drink as much as I do. James Hoffman's really good. And then I would say beyond that, like, I love Kinda Funny, always enjoy watching their stuff, and Shut Up and Sit Down, which is the best board game reviews on the whole site. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird topic because it's not a hobby, but it is a hobby, I think.
I think it's a hobby.
I don't know.
I would classify this as a hobby just because it's something we do in our free time for enjoyment.
Yeah. It's not something you have to get into either. So like if you're never watch YouTube, you do not need to watch YouTube. But I do think like the best part about YouTube is you can just find stuff that you want to watch. And I feel like that applies to everybody, considering anytime I talk with someone who's like over 50, they're constantly marveled that they can just find videos of people, fixing their car on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're like, I just watched a video and the guy told me how to do the whole thing. It's like, okay, Dad.
Yep.
Like,
but that's literally, I think,
I'm glad that it's there for you.
I'm pretty sure James did that literally like the other day for something on his car. He's like, now I know how to do it. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah. But like, I mean, for young and old, like you'll find something on there that's fun. So
yeah,
definitely would recommend giving it a look if you haven't, and check out some different YouTubers and the small YouTubers. I feel like the small YouTubers tend to be the best ones if you find good ones.
Yeah.
Maybe talking with someone who's on their YouTube journey right now, actively in the podcast.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah. So like you can check out Miranda's videos, of course, but all sorts of other videos and stuff online. So
yeah. You can find me at Miranda Zabel, Zabel, but Matt, I'm currently at 169 subscribers, so I want you to say thank you.
Yeah, nice. It's just a reaction, but
nice.
I think when I had my YouTube channel going back, I had 30.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Not as good as my 169, but
nice. Yeah.
I need to make more videos.
I think I put out like 4 in my time. So, but yeah, it's a fun thing. Maybe I'll do videos again down the road at some point. Probably not Maple Story animations.
I will help you.
We'll see.
Hey man, hit me up.
If it's anything related to anything, it'll be board game content.
Hit
I'm sure,
me up. I got you. Let's do it.
Sweet. Well, shorter topic today, but I think next time I will be back with a more engaging deep dive into something.
Ooh.
We'll see. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to us ramble a little bit about YouTube, and if you are commenting, please share any YouTubers you watch.
Yes.
But yeah, well, cool. Well, thanks for chatting with me a little bit about YouTube, Miranda.
Heck yeah, always happy to chat with you.
Yeah, and I think next week we'll be back with another episode with your topic. So
yeah, I gotta come up with something.
Yes, gotta come up with something. So cool. Well, thank you all. We'll talk to you all later.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.